What's going on, everybody? It's Anthony with hashtag Be the Change. Obviously, as you guys know, there's something going on. It's getting close to what might be the verdict in the trial, or they might be announcing a hung jury. We are not sure. The fact that it has taken this long is mind-boggling. There's some kind of rumor going around that there are two people that are holding it up, two jurors holding it up. I'm continuously pulling back and forth footage. Citizen Stringer PT has done a great job all day. I've been following a lot of what he's done. We might actually share some of that footage as well. I'm popping that he's been on for 8 hours, so I'm popping back over to his page, kind of check things out. Just know that we are going to show whatever comes out from Court TV whenever they are ready to bring it up. So I'll be sharing that at one point. But right now we don't have anything. It shows you, I mean, today everybody's been talking about just the issues of the way the media has broadcast it, and the fact that these jurors were allowed to go home and they were able, I would get a lot of viewers. Awesome. We were able to go ahead and comment, share this out. Again, I'm going to stay on until truth will set you free, or until we have a verdict. These jurors were allowed to go home, and people know who they are, and it's terrifying to know, what was done, what could have been done in the meantime. And this is not just an everyday trial. The fact they weren't sequestered is absolutely mind-boggling. So I'm going to go ahead. I've been following Citizen Stringer. He's been great the last 12 days. What's going on? I see everybody out there. I'm anxious on both sides because there isn't really necessarily a positive on this one, because look at he's doing a great job with, I'm going to bring this up, with what's going on outside the courthouse. Exactly as I expected. These Antifa, Black Lives Matter are gathering. Let me bring this up. They're gathering because they firmly believe that there's going to be a wrong done if he's found innocent. Like, there's no way to look at this that way. Like, it's crazy. And again, I'll keep this up. I'm watching the court TV to see when they come up with a verdict here. I'm gonna actually bring that up now too. Let's see what this person has to say. Bum bum bum. Let me try this one real quick. Share screen. I have no idea what this person's saying, but we're gonna go to court TV real quick.
For 40 years.
I was actually here the first night of the
Why is it so quiet?
Before Kyle came out. It was August 25th of last year. And I was sitting right here on the steps and caught all the stuff. The cops getting harassed, and I went downtown and caught Bob getting harassed. So what's weird is I was kind of in that situation because people wanted to beat me up all over my sign. My sign said "Back the Blue." And about 20 people of them tried to jump me because of my sign. So I know Kyle was in a situation where his life was threatened.
It's good to see that there's also counter protesters that have some sense.
Still with me, criminal defense attorney Jack Rice. All right, Jack, the facts and the law. Let's talk about the law in this case in Wisconsin versus Rittenhouse, specifically the provocation, because here comes the prosecution and says, all right, defense, you want to say it's self-defense, but guess what? Kyle Rittenhouse provoked, and as a result, you can't say it's self-defense.
Sorry, guys. No sound. My bad. Thanks, Billy Bob. Yeah, so as we're seeing, that one woman was obviously on the side of self-defense. That is not speaking for the bulk of people that are at the courthouse as we speak. Let's see. I was going to bring that one up. Somebody's talking about, think about it. If they were to just declare a mistrial with prejudice, then the jury is at least off the hook. There's still opportunity for the judge to insert himself Shouldn't be frozen. Let me know if I'm frozen. Somebody just said that. It should not be. Lost sound. No, the lost sound was a little bit ago. I fixed it. Yeah. So the way this has to work is it has to be completely guilty or not guilty, not found innocent, because you don't have to be found innocent. You have to be found guilty or not guilty. So they have to be 100% in each direction. It sounds like there's a chance for a hung jury right now, that the judge will have the right to then potentially send them back to let them stew for a couple days and figure out if they can figure it out. And then let's see what else. And the judge, and what I was saying when I was muted is, the judge could dismiss with prejudice, which would mean there is no appeal. There's no mistrial, and the judge can still do this after the verdict. It's not very common, but he's kind of made that clear that based on the prosecutorial misconduct, that is a possibility. And then somebody said, I'm watching different comments in different places, that would take the burden off of the jurors, but I mean, it's the fact that it's even gotten there, and the fact that they have to be worried for their lives and their livelihood to make a decision based on what was 11 days of a blatantly obvious case. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why BLM is involved in this. Like, it's so dumb. What I find strange is that many people say this is white privilege against black people. It makes no sense. And honestly, a lot of people are like, justice was served. Those guys are assholes and whatever, which based on the legal system does not matter, based on the justice system, which is why their backgrounds were not brought up in court, really. And that wasn't, some people said, why didn't the defense bring it up? Because there was decision making prior to trial that did not allow that to be done. What's going on right now? Hold on.
So I'm always concerned when a prosecutor does that, because
it's an old clip. So you can't bring up stuff that might not, they agree on stuff beforehand in terms, and like, just because somebody was a child molester beforehand does not mean they deserve to be killed in the moment. That is just the way America works. That is the way our justice system works. So let's see. I'm going to get a new sheet of paper out, start writing some notes if I see it. I'll say, actually, while we're here, I'll go ahead and answer questions as I see them. I'm watching as many feeds as I possibly can right now. I mean, even the whole Jacob Blake, I mean, it's blatant misconduct by the media more than anybody else. The prosecution was bad enough as it is. And you add what the media just did and what they've done last week, and they've just misrepresented this trial the way they misrepresent everything. But the problem behind a lot, here's a pipe dream. To think if the reason why the judge allowed them to watch TV was to see how much some of the witnesses on the prosecution perjured themselves. Watching Gage on all the mainstream shows like, what else was he on? On Good Morning America and on Anderson Cooper, showed them how ridiculous his statement is because he's now changed it 37 times. Maybe that could have helped. At the same time, all these people are home. We've seen movies. We know what happens in real life. Like, people know who the jurors are. And at any given point, they could be given something. They could be told something. Like, it's insane. I have one person saying I'm freezing up. No, you're right, Suni. They have not been fair for a long time. So, yes, they let the jurors go home. Crystal, to answer that question, the jurors got to go home. No, are you saying they think the jurors went home today? No, I haven't. I don't think so. Oh, that's a good question. I honestly, I haven't read that anywhere. Again, I've been following a couple different things. Specifically, if you guys don't follow Citizen Stringer, he's phenomenal. Let's see. Upside is the amount of people on the steps have not grown. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stop this screen. I'm going to add the other one where Citizen Stringer's got one of their guys on the ground floor. Let's see. He didn't. Yeah, exactly. He didn't know if the guy was whatever. So he didn't know that the guy was a bad dude before he shot him. So obviously, and that's not going to help the case. Now, likewise, prosecution, on the other hand, decided to be stupid and brought up things that are prosecutorial. That's a hard word. Misconduct. where they brought up things that should not have been brought up. It was agreed upon beforehand. The defense played by the rules and won the case. Like, open and it already was open and shut. And there was some good stuff today. The jury was asking for some dates on certain stuff and the certain paperwork. When I was listening to attorneys speak about the case, they were talking about the fact that based on the dates and like when he was with his father, where he was, and the fact that he was legally in possession of the firearm, all these different things, it actually was leaning towards the defense. Problem is, as I said, as the longer this goes, the worse this is for the defense. So if the rumor is correct that there's two people holding this up, it's interesting because you start to wonder. Anybody that's been there for all 9 days or all 10 days of the trial, I think any reasonable person can't foresee that there's a guilty verdict. So I'm wondering, again, you wonder what could have happened to these two people. If it is really two people. Let's see. Let's see. Adam, is it? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull up that. Thank you, Citizen Stringer. You're a beast. Let's see. But the good thing is the size is not insane of the amount of people that are there. Let's go ahead and share that. Oh, wrong one. Doing the court TV, which is angry, clearly. I'm going to go ahead and share Citizen Stringers real quick. Thanks, Citizen Stringer. Shout out. You're the man.
Yo, can you see what's on the fedora wearing hat?
Let's make some noise for Anthony and JoJo! I want us to take a moment. Remember that live. Remember what this night, this period has been all about.
I'm pretty sure that's the same dude. Hold on, let me check. It might not be. I can't remember. Hold on, let's see. It might be a different dude. Let's see. No, it's a different guy. Hang on, let's see.
What's up, Harper? Let's see. So somebody's worried it's gonna be not guilty because that's Jody. I don't know if you understand. I mean, I don't know if you watch it, Jody. Do you think he should be found guilty? If you think he should be found guilty,
in case anybody was wondering, it's really, really cold.
Adam is Pete is probably gonna rip your feet too. And
I am. I don't know why. So I've had allergies, so I know I'm feeling great. Sorry.
Bring it in.
I have late season allergies. I feel really good.
But I know you don't want to stay on there forever, so maybe another 4 hours.
No, I'm good, Suni. This is called news.
Right. You got silent. You're like, what?
I might have beat on myself.
Really good. Oh, I mean, I don't. Jack Kosovic on Twitter, he's saying that he's got a U.S. Marshal inside. That it's saying that 10 of the jurors are ready. 2 of the jurors are holding out and like refusing to submit because they're worried about.
I want to know. I know we've got about almost 400 people watching. Does anybody out there?
His tweet. I'll read it because I can't see it.
Based on what they've seen, should be found guilty.
So he's saying 2 jurors holding decision up, outright citing backlash per U.S. Marshal in Kenosha. They're worried about media leaking their names, what will happen to their families, jobs,
like,
etc.
If you can hear what he's saying, it sounds like 2 people potentially are the ones holding this up.
But it leads me to question, why would a U.S. Marshal be in a county court?
Jody, we don't know.
You know what I mean?
Say a lot of things are going.
What does it say? A lot of things going quite well. What?
That's a funny side. A lot of things are going quite well.
What is that?
What does that mean? Should ask him what's going well because our country's pretty fucked right now.
I guess that sound was a little too loud. I think this might lower it. All right, can you guys hear me now?
You know, pretty much every photographer is going to take a
All right, I cut that. Tell me if you guys can hear me now while I cut his sound. Does that work? Check, check. Okay, that might be better. All right, if anything changes, I'm watching that and I'm watching Court TV. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to hear what they were saying too. Court TV's web stream is down on my end. Oh, there it is. We're going on almost 8 hours of this. So we're just gonna hang out, see what happens. As I'll see questions coming in, I want. Thank you guys. All right, so, Michael, maybe we should take people to come on while we're waiting. Why should our kids get V'd today? I'll take that. I'll take the bait. By the way, since we do have a good audience, if you guys like patriotism, let me see where I got it. So yeah, get your kid V's. Explain to me why. I'd love to hear it. And also, I would like to know. Yes, that's where actually this is his clip right now. This is Andrew. This is Andrew's clip. Andrew Mercado from Citizen Stringer. Let's see. How many people think that have watched? You know what? Doesn't matter how much you've watched. That's right. I meant to do an email today. Thanks, veterans. 25% off if you go to awakenotwokestore.com. That's we got the hats that I'm wearing right now. We got to Make America Think Again t-shirts. We've got a whole bunch of good stuff. Unveiled Lives Matter. I Will Not Live in Fear. All that good stuff. Hoodies as well. I think we've got some new women's crop hoodies. Check it out. 25% off right now, just till the end of tonight. Since I didn't write an email, I might ask Casey to elongate it a little bit longer. What does that say? Justice for Kyle. Yeah, justice for Kyle would probably be a not guilty. So apparently they're chanting F Kyle. I'll keep that off. We might tonight on, we're actually trying to look up to see exactly where that's at. Obviously not a ton of news comparatively to this one. This, if it was a bigger group, this would be, if it grows, this could be dangerous in terms of a mistrial. I knew Kelly Harder would. When I say crop hoodies, you'd get excited. So, did I miss the guy? Did he say anything about why we should get the jab? Why jab our children? The experimental thing. Let's see. Still waiting. Going to Court TV. Nothing. That must be a powerful stream because it keeps restarting because I have too many things open again. State rests now in the Ahmaud Arbery trial. The state is rested. State rests in the McMichael trial, which is one of the quote unquote killers. So that's, again, we don't know much more than that. Why is this not working? All right, because Fauci said so. I should delete what? Sorry if I missed any comments. I'm trying to find any. Does anybody think that Kyle should be found guilty? And please let me know why. Nothing. Let's see. There's nothing I was going to bring up. Let's see. If you got, is there anybody from Texas? Anybody from the Texas area? Go ahead and put in the comment box right now. Say Texas if you're from Texas or close. If you're within 3 hours of Dallas, let me know. I know, Parker. You're going to get a cordial invite. Where's the actual? Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why that didn't save. Casey just said wow, so I don't know what that means. Oh, a lot of trolls in the chat. I don't see a lot of trolls. For Great American Summer. I feel like something's got to give in the next like 20 minutes. There's got to be something before like 5:30. I feel like. All right, now I got this. Sweet. Okay, so for those of you in Texas, they got Cody Richardson. Louisiana's close. All right. Jody Cummings. What is Jody Cummings? Guilty AF. Oh, there's one. Where am I hearing audio? I don't know what I'm hearing right now. Oh, it's got Court TV. Court TV is messed up right now. I might try a different link the case sent me. So, guys, if you are from Texas, Texas area, no, it's not a troll. I asked a question. I said, if people think he's guilty, let me know why. We do not have a verdict yet. Let's see. So, I think she's chunky. Judge will check in with the jurors at 6. At 6? Jesus. Well, we might hang out for a bit. I know he will let them deliberate till late, but I just gotta. They ordered dinner soon. My Court TV might not be because I'm running 3 different streams, so that might be why. 6 Central Time, so we got about 50 minutes is when he'll check in. So, guys, if you are from the Texas area, I just put something up in the chat. If you are a fan of, I'm going to go ahead and go through. Speakers at this event, including me, by the way. Let's see. I just put it in the chat for the where to go to click and get tickets. But here's the speakers. So it's $197. I know it's not cheap, but it's 2 days. And you got Nick Vujicic. He's the guy with no arms, no legs. Let's see. Steve Sims, Bradley. If you guys have ever seen Dropping Bombs podcast, Jason Redman, Larry Broughton, David Webb, Ryan Weaver, Jaco Boyens, Tony Watley, Bobby Sauce. I want to go ahead and minimize this. You guys have seen Bobby Sauce, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm nervous as well. I'm nervous for Kyle. This is a kid. This is a guy's life that honestly did not break the law based on every law of Wisconsin and most common sense. But in the court of public opinion, on people that watch 3 minutes of a trial and the threats they're getting, this has become a very dangerous situation. Ian Smith, Ian Smith speaking at this event. I would love for you guys to see me. So we see all of us. We've got the whole Be the Change crew, and we've got huge names: Martha Krejci, Marie Cosgrove, Kent Clothier, Bedros Keuilian, Tom Verano, Eddie Pinheiro, Mike Falat, Ian Wendt, Eric Konovalov. It's emceed by Pat Hilton. These are huge names, huge names in patriotism. Obviously, to me, I'm looking really forward to a lot of people. Nick Vujicic being one of them. Ian Smith, the gym owner, would be huge to get to meet. So, if you guys get the opportunity, if you're in the Texas area, it is in Irving, Dallas-Fort Worth area, right by the airport, on January 7th through the 8th. If you're not sure if you want to buy tickets, at least save this link someplace. Save it right there. I would love to get to meet you all there. So, yes, Silas, it includes the snake oil. Gosh, such loving people. But they've never sold anything. By the way, I don't make any profit from it, just for a reference, and neither does the Planners, who is a Gold Star wife. So shame on you. But Barb Allen is the one putting it on with her fiance, American Snippets. Every dime that goes past what it costs to put the event on is going to several different charities, which for Silas, I would love to let know who it is. Let's see if I can find where they are. I know there is, let's see, I know it's a veterans charity, military, police, first responder charity, at-risk youth. Where's the list of the charities? Bum, bum, bum. God, I just had it open the other day. Bum, bum. I'm gonna message. I'll get the charities right now. But yes, there is charities. What's going on out there? Should we check in on what's up?
Did anyone else hear that? Another white kid using the N-word at a BLM march?
Uh-oh. Is there a little brouhaha going on?
That little scumbag. And I even said that he was trouble.
You are some sorry-ass motherfuckers out here acting like y'all support white supremacist motherfuckers.
Are they still calling him a white supremacist? That narrative does not fit right. So stop saying it. It's just factually inaccurate.
White supremacists here. We don't need 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 no white.
Again, a completely misinformed public that thinks they know what's going on. I think people still think that Kyle Rittenhouse killed black people. He killed 3 white people, all of which doesn't matter, had a record, one of which molested children. He killed 2 people, shot 1 in the arm. They've, beyond a shadow of a doubt, proven that the last guy's gun was pointed at him. It's beyond proven that you can hit somebody with a skateboard and kill them. There's no excuse at this point. And you look at you look at the media, and in all reality, Rittenhouse, if and when that he is found innocent, has just a massive case of defamation against them. It's horrific. He's not found. There has been no. Oh, you know what? I learned something else today. No, he was not found guilty, Brenda. So they sequestered, they sequestered his phone, and Kyle's phone was completely clean. Nothing that the prosecution could use. They did the same for Gage's phone, and he refused to give it up. So, I mean, that should tell you enough. They also, unbelievable. Gage admitted on the stand he did. Oh, what the heck's his name? Big name. Where'd that go? The Harvard ex-Harvard. What's his name? He's big. He's been on like Fox News organization. Starts with an L. Jewish guy. Conservative. He was the one saying like this is an open and shut defamation case against mainstream media. Not only did he. Yeah, there's one in the chamber. And for anybody that doesn't know, I've been doing these random lies, but like, just because you hold a gun like this doesn't mean it can't kill somebody. Like he kept using I didn't use the gun. I didn't point the gun in the traditional sense. If anybody knows gun safety, it doesn't matter how you're holding it. If you fire it, it can still kill somebody. Like, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody out there, but you can still kill someone that way. And also, he keeps repeating that he was not there to do harm, and they keep talking, and mainstream media keeps sharing that Gage was this EMT and all these different things, which he hasn't been for 3 years. He lost his license, and on top of it, he's carrying a concealed weapon illegally because he didn't have the license to do it. And then he kept talking about the fact that he would not be willing to take a life, or he would not be willing to truly hurt somebody. Why are you handling a gun? If you're not willing to use it to protect yourself and potentially harm or kill the person that is hurting you, how are you a responsible gun owner? Then you're just somebody that's looking to have a gun and you're an idiot? I don't get it. I don't understand. Prosecutor refused to get his phone. This is a true story, but it doesn't matter in the case. Mark Levine, thank you very much, Stephanie Kennedy. Appreciate you, Roller Girl. I'm trying to get, what's the name of the charities? If anybody's wondering, there was an outbreak. Here's an outbreak of the vid. Breaking news in Connecticut off of local news, by the way, local NBC affiliate. 8 dead, dozens infected with COVID, with C-19 due to outbreak at Connecticut nursing home. Fun fact, out of the 89 people that were there, 87 of them were V'd. Super weird. Super weird. Where is that guy saying we should V our kids? Yeah, 87 of the 89 total infections that got it were V'd. Fun fact. Fun fact. Love it. Is that what was that the trade? They dropped all. I'm sure they did. Sounds about right. Welcome to the legal system. These people at the signs justify. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody commenting that they do think. This is my favorite. So in this photo, Gage, you're about 30 feet. How far do you think you are away from the defendant? About 30 feet. So at this point, it looks like you're grabbing for your gun. Would you say that's correct? Yes. And then at this point, did you chase after Kyle with your gun in your hand? I did not chase Kyle with the gun in my hand. How did you close 30 feet of distance while Kyle is walking away? I didn't. Did you have a gun on you, Gage? Did you have a gun in your hand? I did not. Is this a picture of you with the gun in your hand? It is. Like, it was the most comical thing I have ever seen. Ugh. Yeah, the prosecuting attorney pointing a gun at the jurors was brilliant. Can't make that kind of shit up. Yeah, I think he got his notes from Mr. Baldwin on how to point a gun at a jury. Yeah, that was crazy. That is pretty insane. Yeah, if Kyle is convicted, Gage will be looking at a huge payout, huge payout, because he's suing. Who knows? He should. The fact that Gage is still alive is just mind-boggling. And when they talked about his tattoo, about how it had the slogan for like the EMTs, like saving life and not taking them, like, come on, man. All right. Okay, guys, continue to share this out. I think we might, I don't know, we're probably about 40 minutes away. I don't know. Just hang out with me. We'll see if we learn anything. Why not? Let's see. I'm looking at some comments on a bunch of different pages. Court TV, let's see any changes there. The updates. Oh, I need to keep forgetting to get I got low power on my Apple Watch. That's a shame. Let's see. So while we're waiting, back to that event, looking super forward to seeing Kelly. We don't know. There's going to be either an update before 6 or at 6. I like that they tried to change the narrative that the reason the gun was pointed was that it was after he had gotten his arm blown off, which anybody that looks at the photo, which is a freeze frame, his arm was still there when he was pointing. I mean, like, it's literally that they're blatantly lying. And the crazy part is, as I've said, CNN, MSNBC played all 2.5 hours of the hot garbage out of the prosecution's mouth, where they're allowed to say pretty much anything, and did not play a damn thing except for miniature clips and replays of the defense. How dangerous is that? How dangerous? I'm sorry, Joe. I would love to be sitting with that jury right now. Let's see. So again, I know we got some new watchers. So this event, the Great American Summit that I was mentioning before, throw back up again. What's that story? Also, while we're here, for those of you that watch Chelly and also Suni should be on the show tonight. They both lost loved ones. Actually, Nikki, who helps us out in the last week, we've got uncles that have passed away, and Chelly's father passed away. I don't believe from COVID, but just unfortunate passed away. So please send them your prayers if you can. Let's see. So for this event, Great American Summit, you'll see, for those of you guys that follow Be the Change, if you don't follow it now, hit the subscribe button so you see when we go live. We've got Truth Will Set You Free tonight. Let's see. Yeah, National Guard is there. They have 500 troops stationed in Kenosha on standby. So for this event, see, actually, she might be live right now. That might be part of the problem. Again, like, if you want to know who some of these people are, Nick Vujicic is like one of the #1 motivational speakers in the world. He's Australian American born. He was born with no arms, no legs. Anti-bullying advocate, founder and CEO of the nonprofit ministry Life Without Limbs. Literally one of the most epic motivational speakers in the country. Steve Sims. He's got a podcast that's really popular. He's a recently American citizen and just a big name in patriotism. Bradley, Dropping Bombs podcast. He's the CEO and founder of Lightspeed, which is a huge tech marketing company. You guys are kind of seeing that now. There's some people gathering, more people gathering on the street than just the courthouse steps. Let's go ahead and blow that up real quick. It's still under 200 people, thankfully. Who else? Let's see. Bobby Sausalito. I know you guys probably follow Take Naps. A lot of you on Instagram. He's brilliantly hilarious. He is going to be there. Jason Redman is a former Navy SEAL. He's a team member of the Pineapple Express, which has obviously done some big help in Afghanistan. Best-selling author, Purple Heart recipient. Larry Broughton, Special Forces veteran. David Webb, Fox News personality. Let's see, Ryan Weaver, Jaco Boyens. Ryan Weaver is a former Black Hawk helicopter aviator, previously named the patriotic voice of the PBR, and he's lost his brother to active duty. It's put on by Barb Allen. Barb Allen is a big-time patriot and somebody that if you haven't watched any of her shows on American Snippets, her and her fiance are phenomenal. They're the ones putting on the event. She is a Gold Star wife. I wonder what's going on there. We might turn the sound on for a second. Craig Marsh. Yeah, I've heard this as well. Like, this is it's absolute stupidity. And people that keep talking about the race thing. There's a dude in Dallas that shot at 4 people recklessly in school, but because he was bullied, he's out on a bullshit cheap bond. Bedros Keuilian speaking, Marie Cosgrove, big names. Ian Went, Officer Parker is supposed to be there. So again, guys, would love to meet everybody there. Please, there is no profit to this event, period. 0 profit. What's going on? I'm going to go ahead and blow this up, see what's happening real quick. Again, this is Citizen Stringer's guy, Adam, I believe. He's walking around the streets just figuring out what's going on there. Nothing says protest like what this is just, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
Out of focus. Yeah. That's what we should do to the music. Yo, hocus pocus. That photo's out of focus.
So now they've become their march around Kenosha. What's going? Oh, they're taking a knee.
No, they only walk like 5 minutes. Weak.
We are here for a purpose and a meaning. This is not about any individual that's present. This is really about our nation and us trying to cast the stone in the right direction.
Do you think we'll see some Antifa tears tonight? Antifa BLM tears? He's acquitted.
We have Jews here tonight. We are here in solidarity with both these families, Anthony and JoJo. Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Deserve justice.
I just want to remind everyone watching that JoJo they are chanting for is Joseph Rosenbaum, a convicted 5-time pedophile. Facts.
Okay. None of them have a weapon on it, but they mouth. Okay.
So to be clear, BLM is as Citizen Stringer, as he just said, Steve, they're trying to. I mean, granted, nobody should be, if it was a true murder, like no matter what their background is, but they're celebrating somebody that, yes, was a child molester. They don't even do that in prison. They don't even do that in prison. These are
that he literally ate, drank, and consumed, took him over. So we're going to say a prayer for him and his family. As we say a prayer for Anthony and JoJo's family. We're one nation. We're going to move forward. We have to. We must. There's been some injustice in this country. Don't act like it hasn't.
All right.
We know there was slavery.
All right.
We know what happened to the indigenous people. We have the time and the power and the strength and the fortitude and the unity right here with these people in the street that are change makers to turn this whole thing around. And we will not let Jacob Blake down, who was shot 7 times in the back. That ain't right.
That ain't right.
As a reminder, Jacob Blake wouldn't go down to like 4 taser shots and was going to get a knife out of his car. But yes, let's celebrate him. And he's still alive, by the way, and also had a $10 million GoFundMe that was allowed. Anyways, the charities for that event that I was talking about, let's see. We've got Unbound Warrior, Gary Sinise Foundation, ShareTogetherNow.org, and then Jaco Boyens, who's one of the speakers, has ministries, JacoBoyensMinistries.org, The Wounded Blue, the Got Your Back Network. So all those, if there is any money actually made on the event, which we know there will be, there'll be donations, it's going there. There is not a person, including me, that is making any money off that. The speakers are actually speaking for free. The expenses are going to their travel. That is how much we believe in this event that is coming up. That is the reason why we're having it. It is not just a rally. It is not a turning point rally. This is not a Trump rally in any way, shape, or form. Actually, some of the people we spoke to are not huge fans of Trump. Definitely not fans of Biden at all. But very clear. That's what we've got. That's what we've got going on. So make sure you check it out. I'm going to go ahead and hold on.
Just as an intro for anyone that doesn't know, my name is Steve. The show is called, wow, what is the show called? Wake Up America, Citizen Stringer News. We are covering.
So I'm going to keep that off to the side. So to be, I want to make sure that many are dropping or reducing their fees for the speakers on that event. But ultimately, it's very low speaker costs. But ultimately, that's what we're trying to do to cover costs. And then after that, everything is going to the charities that I had just mentioned. Again, Unbound Warrior, Gary Sinise Foundation, Wounded Blue, ShareTogetherNow.org, Ministry, Jaco BoyensMinistries.org, the Got Your Back Network, and more charities coming in. Again, this is not a profitable event. This is to get a bunch of patriotic-minded people together. I'm calling it a patriot mastermind, where people can get together and actually make a difference on the level of business as well of how we get our country back. And you've got big names in business. Bradley is huge. He's enormous. I like to call him the Grant Cardone of marketing. So you've got really, really big names out there. Barb Allen is in the chat. She is actually the founder of the event. Her and her fiance Dave from American Snippets. They're putting this on, and this has obviously been delayed due to COVID, and now we've got this big event. And again, the speaker list is huge. As I've said, Ian Smith is one of the people I want to see. That's people that have found a way to fought against mandates, fought against the government. But yeah, Great American Summit. I'm going to go ahead and Barb put it in the chat, but I like to add this because I want people. I want Barb to know that we're tracking. You can either go here for information, or you can just go directly to buy tickets through our link. Can't guilty hope for the dead who can't. I don't know what that means, Patrick. Let's see what that means. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hide this until we know more what's going on. Going back to Court TV right now. If there's nothing going on, I'm just going to go ahead and answer some questions. Again, we've got at 8 p.m. Central Time is when we have. God, why is it taking so long to get Court TV? They'll be right back. I love that we're no longer standing behind. Like, you look at Kyle Rittenhouse, again, 17 years old, maybe too young to put himself in that situation, but he was absolutely surgical with his firearm to protect himself. Like, completely surgical. And these people are chanting, and like, to tell you who is on what side, these people are chanting in celebration for people that, although, yes, they're dead, they were also shit human beings. Like, terrible people. Like, terrible people. And where's the event, Ronnie? It's in Irving, Fort Worth area. And now the person that said that he was, first off, the judge is talking. It's not on my side. This is somebody that went to protect property. He went to, and literally they keep saying he pointed his gun at people. He didn't point his gun at anyone except for the moment that he was protecting himself. Like, I don't know if anybody saw the Babylon Bees joke about, like, you know, when the verdict is read, are they going to have Kyle Rittenhouse on the steps of the courthouse protecting it? Too soon? Yeah, I love it. They keep saying that he was in a place where he shouldn't be. So are the rioters. So are the people tearing down the businesses. And they keep saying, like, well, they had already cleared out all the merchandise. They had cleared out everything from the store that he was, quote unquote, protecting. That doesn't mean that the building isn't. The whole city was on fire the night before that. And according to MSNBC, it was a mostly peaceful protest. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. We have, you know, viewers of ours that are from Kenosha, and they were saying they had people protecting their house. Like, they had ex-military that just happened to be like, I got you guys. Like, it was a horrible weekend, all over misdirection in a trial and misinformation from the media. There's another one that just, speaking of misinformation, there is a guy that went on, he's like their new doctor. Let me see if I can find it. And I found the actual clip. So I'm like, where is this clip? It's kind of hard to find. It wasn't that hard to find. I found it. Let's see. NBC medical correspondent Dr. John Torres said on air, and I watched it. Watch the clip. And it is a mistake, but it was not corrected. It was not deemed drastic misinformation. Or was it? Was it a mistake on purpose? I don't know. He said regarding COVID, the C word in kids, NBC medical correspondent said, unfortunately, he was talking about there had been like 8,000 hospitalizations. And then he said, unfortunately, there have been 146,000 deaths. Talking about kids. And I don't know where that number even came from in his head. I have no idea. It's less than 700. But to the everyday viewer, that, as we can see, there's people marching and celebrating pedophiles right now in the streets in Kenosha. You're looking at somebody that make this comment, and then they're going to go tell their friends like, bro, you got to get your 5 to 11-year-old bead. There's 146,000 deaths. That is a 20,000% increase on the real number because he misspoke. Never, it was not corrected. Not the hosts of the show on MSNBC. Was it MSNBC? No, NBC Medical. They didn't say anything. They didn't correct. And they didn't go, did you say that number? Like, the responsible journalist would have corrected that. Or is it all just part of this big, ridiculous scam? I have literally two things. I should probably put both. I wish I could control the sound in my ears so I knew exactly what was going on both sides. Because I've got Citizen Stringer in here. I've got Court TV. It's very confusing. And there's an argument about when he was crying, and I get that issue. And people say he was hyperventilating. I'm a big believer. If you're crying, you need to have tears. I did see one, but he was hyperventilating. I don't know what happened on that, but it doesn't matter. It was still open and shut case. Yeah, agreed. I love that they were talking about it being a bar fight too. Like, this is like a bar fight. A bar fight, also, by the way, people do die in bar fights, to be very clear. To be very clear of that. I think it was, I mean, that's this for people that have had a panic attack, and people have told me that's what it looked like. It was a hyperventilating type moment. It did come out of nowhere, but here's the thing. That doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's an open, everything else is so open and shut. It does not matter. So this is what I'm hearing from Court TV. In 20 minutes, he is going to ask, so this is the best update I've got. In 20 minutes, he is going to go in and talk to the jury and ask them if they would like to continue for the night or if they would like to postpone until tomorrow, which, please, God, tell me you're going to keep them held over in some kind of protected facility. What's going on, Jax? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. You know what's crazy? They're showing video of other Antifa with ARs, and and the defense didn't even really talk about it either. You've got multiple people with ARs. They're talking about this sling, and Kyle was very honest. He goes, I got the sling so that I could do two things at once. They go, did it work? And he goes, no, I really could. It didn't work. So it's like he's being honest. It's not like he's lying, like, no, it kept me. Like, he was blatantly honest in his testimony. Like, even talking about his screen name, talking about, he's like, I like the gun. His TikTok screen name was kind of funny. I like the gun because of the way it looked. I'm going to let you on a secret. I'm a 39-year-old boy. And you know what? There are certain things, including guns, that if I were to choose between guns, which one I would pick out, it will be a little bit based on how it looks. It's human nature. It's like the car that you bought. Is that car, no? Yeah, let's hope not. Also, again, we've got a couple out. We've got like 8 hours left. AwakeNotWokeStore.com. It's a thanks veterans for 25% off. So AwakeNotWokeStore.com. Thanks veterans for, all one word. We've got a lot of good stuff. It's 25% off. Sorry, I'm listening to some replays of trial on the side. I'm looking back at the steps of the courthouse right now. What did Gail say? Okay, so that's good. So 7 is that Eastern time? I mean, they're Central. We'll see. We're gonna get a little bit more of an update in 20 minutes. I'll judge if I'm gonna stay online past that once we get the next update from the judge. So again, guys, if you like the gear, we've got like Awake hats, we've got Awake Not Woke hats, Make America Think Again, Unveed Lives Matter. Speaking of the Black Lives Matter group, so I'm a fan of Dan Bongino. I think he does a good show. He had Hawk Newsom on. Hawk Newsom and I don't get along very often. I did message him after this, and we talked briefly via Messenger. Hawk Newsom owned Dan Bongino on his own show, talking about his belief system of policing. He answered calmly. He took emotion out of it. If anybody gets the chance to watch Dan Bongino and Hawk Newsom, although I disagree a lot with Hawk Newsom, he has actually done everything in his power in his community. Take away the fact that he has been a part of some violent riots, and that's horrible. He has completely opened a school. He has talked about the need for education. That's how you're going to change the disparity and the gap between the underprivileged and everybody else. And I've said that for a long time. I said schools are where it's at. And he does a great job during the Dan Bongino interview. And Dan Bongino says, will you condemn violence if there's a police killing? And he goes, I won't condone or condemn. And I hate to say it, but Hawk Newsom won that argument against Dan Bongino. And it kind of gave me a little hope because, again, he's talking about he still thinks Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty. We don't agree on everything. And his statement to me, he's like, we don't have to agree on anything. That's crazy. We don't have to agree on everything. That's crazy. But to realize that there needs to be change made, that there still is racism in this country. And Cash will tell you, we had a long conversation about the other night for those of you that are Cashley Kelly followers as well. He's like, I always used to say we come from a country of systemic racism and its policies still have an effect on today. Not in the way that the Black Lives Matter and the left is out there yelling and chanting like it's not fair, but there is a setup. And he's like, Cash was talking about, he's like, why did I become a Latin King gang member? And he's like, he followed the policies and the laws that were put in place in the 70s, the 80s that were there to put a Band-Aid on the problem. And in the end, it made it worse. And he saw it. And now me and him both agree on the fact that does not mean it's not their responsibility for those that have been in it, just like Cash did, to get out of that kind of situation. You can pull yourself out. But in the meantime, if you want policy to help, you find a way to make those changes, to make the change in order to create schools, provide fair education. In the state of New York and all these places that have terrible schooling in the downtown area, the Democrat-run politicians are overfunding per student, but it's not going to the right places. So it's just something to look at. Let me explain. I thought I explained it pretty well, Kevin. I'll explain it again. I constantly fight with Hawk. Like, I leave messages for Hawk like, bro, like, calm down. He has been very and I'm not calm down. I blatantly think he's wrong. He has been very he's been very against the mandate, and he has been very against Democratic leadership. So there's some things we agree on. And he was also, I think, in the argument with Dan Bongino, I think he was much calmer. And Dan, who usually is on point, I don't think saw Hawk coming in terms of what he was going to say. Oh, the judge is on. Hold on a second, guys.
I don't know what they're saying, so let me listen to this, but I just want to let you know. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. By the way, while we're waiting for the jury to come down, the media, somebody from the media, and I have no idea who, inquired about the method of selection of those to be struck from the jury this afternoon, this morning. That's been the practice in this court for, I'm going to say, 20 years at least that I've been doing that. That the defendant in a criminal case is the one who
I'll fix it. Sorry, guys.
Selections from the tumbler.
My bad.
As to the jurors to be dismissed. So.
You didn't miss anything. Just as a heads up, I can't get court TV to play.
Are you guys hearing an echo, or was it just my audio?
I'm going to stick with Citizen Stringers live on this. Oh, too loud now? Got it. All right, the audio is out on his end, not ours, so don't worry about that. Why can't I get court TV? This is crazy.
It could have just been my audio. I'll make sure my mic is muted because I have the sound up pretty loud.
Don't worry about that.
Yep. Sometimes the court will mute stuff. Right now, there should be audio.
Oh my God, what's going on, dude? Are they just dismissing him for the night? I don't know what's going on.
How does that guy sleep at night? Kyle looks
Yes, this is
exhausted.
live right now.
Okay. You're in the first class seats now. All right. I understand that you wish to break for the evening, which is
Jesus Christ.
certainly your prerogative. You're in charge at this particular point. And I also understand that I was told that I'm not clear on whether you decided you wanted to come back at 9 or if that was conveyed to you that that's what we wanted. But I'm going to take a vote just to make sure. How many want to report at 9? Okay. That makes it easy. And so we're going to break for the evening. Now you're in deliberation, and the rules are the same as they were before, with the additional provision that you can't talk with anybody about the case, even if all 12 of you by happenstance end up at the same place, a bowling alley or a
So
restaurant
he
or
is
something.
not
You're
sequestered.
not allowed to talk about
He's
the case,
letting them go home.
even with all 12. And when you get here in the morning, if you come a little early or somebody's late and there are 11 of you or 10 of you or whatever, you can't talk about the case. The only way you can talk about the case, any aspect of the case, is when all 12 of you are together in the jury room. So please keep that in mind. Don't read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial. No talking with anybody who's not involved in the trial. Any question, anybody? All right, thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
This is mind-boggling. There's literally pre-riots starting outside the courthouse. Not pre-riots. There's protests starting outside the.
I cannot effing believe this, dude.
It's the Voice of Citizens for your.
They're not even sequestered. This jury is not sequestered.
Come on up. I can't see it. I'm sure it's a fine, but let's just make sure. A little closer. You're all right. I'm here. Have no fear.
It's just news guild, newspaper I work for.
Okay, thanks.
Make sure it doesn't come back.
No, it's all right. I just want to make sure there are rules about it, and you seem to be in compliance, so don't worry about it. Okay, you have no reason to apologize. People who have to apologize, people who broke the rules. Okay. And now I will be talking now with the alternates. And they're on their way up, I assume? Yeah. Down wherever they're coming from.
We got a caller. So if
Oh,
you're ready.
call her and tell her, yeah.
Those of you just jumping on, it appears as though, they're sending the jury home to their regular homes. He actually used the words, if you end up in the same place on accident. Like, in this high profile, there is protests beginning outside right now. Just so you guys know, there's no sound right now. The courtroom has been muted. He's currently playing Pong on his cell phone right now. Yeah, there's people commenting on Steve's page too. This is not the quick decision we expected. Like, this makes no sense. Yeah, I heard about this as well. Like, how can you allow the jury to go home when they're going to be walking out with protesters trying to string up this kid, and also this, I mean, it's threatening. I mean, ultimately, it's grounds for a mistrial, but yeah, are they going to get escorted home? Somebody asked on the other side, like, yeah, like, have security. Like, this is absolute ignorance. This is how this started in the first place, is people following people around, doing what they shouldn't be doing. You literally had an angry mob outside just now chanting to say the name of the people that were killed by Rittenhouse, not murdered, killed by Rittenhouse, say their name, ignoring the fact that you have felons, child molesters in this group, and one guy that perjured himself on the stand and stood up there just to get his charges reduced because he has charges against him from that day. This is absolute insanity. Court TV said they couldn't show it. Yeah, I was noticing my Court TV wouldn't show anything. I'm going to have to find something besides Court TV if we do this again tomorrow.
All right, this is insane. We're going to extend Adam a day, so he'll still be out there. He wasn't supposed to fly till tomorrow afternoon, but he's going to try to stay for another day so we could be out there. The audio is off right now because they're waiting. I guess right now they're going to be pulling in the alternates, and the alternates are going to come in and well, I don't know. DeAndre Marquise, you're in my chat right now. Sol Luna. Hey, I got a question for you. An honest question. And I probably won't be able to see the chat because we have 5,500 people in here right now. But based on what you know and what you've watched right now, because I know you're the Black Lives Matter activist, all that stuff, do you think Kyle Rittenhouse was justified in the shoot based on a self-defense clause? That's what I have a question for you right now, because I know you're watching. Let's go back to the trial. That's just, I was curious about that when I saw you were in here.
I'm going to stay on until I see this. Because I'm curious, because I've heard the name that he's talking about.
I know everybody else does. But I can't, the chat's going too quick. I'm not going to be able to see it.
I can see it because I'm only looking.
So Luna watches our feed once in a while. He's all right. I mean, he's people don't like him though. I can't see his damn chat, so this chat's going too quick. But I'm very curious. He's probably not going to answer.
Yeah, I don't see it. See April on there, huh?
Someone
April did
with the November box. Someone asked, "What's up with the November boxes?" I'm just waiting on more shirts. I talked about it yesterday. I'll put extra stuff in them. Most of you guys.
All right. So the audio is not on in that anyways. If they do, I'll keep that on for a second. What's going on, Jessica? So explain what makes him. Who said he should be guilty? Got it. Corrected. Got it.
All right. Good evening, folks, and thank you for your patience and your participation. And you're still at work, and will be tomorrow. We're retiring for the evening, and we'll return at 9 tomorrow morning. And even though, you're under a continuing obligation not to talk with anyone about the case, not a fellow juror, not even all of the fellow jurors. And certainly not with anybody who's, when I say certainly, it kind of downgrades the prior statement. Just don't talk with anybody about the case. Read, watch, or listen to any account of it.
That's an interesting thought.
And we'll start at 9 a.m. Any questions, anybody?
You can print stuff, Judge?
Oh, yes. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome to bring something. If you want to bring a laptop or some other device, obviously nothing that you would use to access anything about the case. You already know that. But if you want to bring a movie or something like that, or whatever device would entertain you, I have it stored here.
Oh, please bust out some DVDs.
Probably several
Oh,
thousand.
I'm going to answer Soul
questions.
Luna in a second. I'm going to do it right on the
Seriously, if you want them, send down and I'll get them to you. All
air.
right?
Oh, wait, your fucking message
Anybody else?
just deleted, but I got
Any
the gist
questions
of
on
it.
All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, I'm going to leave this on, and then I'm going to read the Soul Luna answer, because this is pretty entertaining.
You're listening to Steve from Citizen Stringer PT News. Citizen Stringer News.
All right. Anything else this evening?
Probably.
Okay. Thank you. See you all in the morning.
All right.
All right, I want to hear his response to Soul.
All right, so for everyone that's watching on social media, Soul Luna, he's a Portland streamer. He's not Antifa. He's definitely a Black Lives Matter. He's a black dude. Definitely a Black Lives Matter activist. When he was streaming, there was weird because I've actually had him on the show. I've talked to him a bunch too. Sometimes he was like normal and honest and trying to de-escalate rioters in Portland. And then other times he was just like in the middle of it being a racist scumbag. And I know you may be saying, well, Steve, how can you call him a racist? How can I call Soul Luna a racist or DeAndre Marquise? I'll do it right now. His comment. This is how you know someone is racist. My answer to him was, knowing all the videos that he's already watched right now, does he think that Kyle Rittenhouse acted in self-defense? His answer is yes, but he gave a long-winded thing, and I'm going to read it to you because I knew this was going to happen. Sorry, Soul, you kind of came into my chat, kind of stupid thing to do, especially with all the heated elements of BLM and all the stuff that we've seen and the fact that BLM is a terrorist organization. He said, I think if he was black, he would be considered guilty. My opinion is, yeah, he did defend himself, but I think if he was black, you'd all be saying he's guilty. That's my answer. I also think he shouldn't have been there with a gun to begin with. Well, Saul Luna, didn't you go to BLM protests carrying a firearm in Portland, Oregon? I believe several times. You said you did. I believe several times on your stream, you carried a gun. Remember, you were threatened by Antifa and all that stuff. Let me ask you a question. Did you ever go into Portland, your community, the community of which you live, and clean up after any of the rioting? Maybe you did. I don't know if you did. That's a real question. Did you go and clean up after any of the rioting that you kind of partook in? So that's the difference between you and Kyle, besides the fact that he is a good person. Kyle actually went there. He didn't partake in the rioting. What he did is he went and started cleaning up first, and then he got asked to...
All right, guys. So that's what we got from today. I'm going to go ahead and put the audio down on my end. All right, guys. So we're going to go to tomorrow, I guess, on this. I was the one comment that somebody said that hopefully makes a difference. First off, there's no chance in hell any rational mind should think that these jurors in one of the biggest cases in a long time, several years, should be allowed to go home or allowed to go out to restaurants with their mind-boggling. Also mind-boggling that it sounds like two people are holding it up. Wonder what happened to them in the last several days. The last couple of days they have been sequestered. So anyways, we're going to try to bring it back tomorrow. We'll talk about it. I've got things going on throughout the day. I'll talk to Eric and Casey, see if somebody else can bring the heat. Maybe I could jump out on my phone. For those of you asking if I'm not feeling well, I'm feeling fine. I don't know why all of a sudden I got to sneeze and stuff like that. Let's see. I'll answer a couple questions for a little bit. I know I can't believe he's letting them bring a laptop. He does know that the internet is connected to a laptop. Let's see. I posted this earlier. I know that you're seeing a Let's Go Brandon shirt on Citizen Stringer when I brought it up, but we also have our own. We also have a bunch of different gear. Hold the line, all different stuff. Awake Not Woke Store.com. And until tomorrow, Veterans Day. Thanks, veterans. We'll get you 25% off. We've never done a 25% off. Thanks, veterans, for 25% off. So make sure you check that out. And then, of course, the big event that we have coming to town. If you are a fan of the people like Ian Smith, Nick Vujicic, ex-military, Ryan Weaver. So let me pull up some names. I keep doing this. Eric Cannavale, Ian Wett, Bobby Sauce, a.k.a. Take Naps. I will be speaking at this event. All of the Be the Change crew will be there. Bedros Keuilian, Marie Cosgrove, Martha Krejci, big influencer on Instagram, Jaco Boyens, Ryan Weaver. There'll be a concert of Ryan Weaver. There's going to be huge names in Texas for this event on January 7th and 8th. Please click on that link. Tickets are $197. Nothing about it gets profit. It literally all goes to the charities, whether military, first responder. I think that there's disabled in that group. Nick Vujicic is. There's so many different things. David Webb, Fox News personality, host of the Reality Check on Fox Nation, is going to be there. It is big names. It's not a rally. It is literally so people can see how patriots and conservative-minded people, not just Republicans and conservatives, can be the change they want to see. All right. I'll take my vitamin C. Don't worry. Don't worry, Nancy. Broadcast glitchy. Yeah, I agree. I'll stay on here for another 4 minutes. If there's any questions, let me know. The judge was great in the beginning and then kind of flipped the script. It's been different in the last 5-6 days. There's no way these people should go home. My ears are very red. It's warm in this room. Oh, they are warm. Okay, I get closed off in this room, so I got a fever for more cowbell. No, good. All right, no questions. 1 more minute on questions. If not, I'll head out of here. Again, check out the gear. We got some good stuff. Make sure you check out the summit. We only have, it's a total of 1,000 tickets total, so it is an intimate room. There's VIP and then there's regular seats, but ultimately you're going to get pretty great access to everybody there. It's literally a stacked lineup, and it's not just a rally. It's literally a bunch of people that are going to say, how do we get our country back on a level of business and all of the above. So, anybody else going once? I got 30 seconds left. Thank you, Roller Girl. Appreciate that. Look at that. Her picture is me and Cash. That picture was taken the evening of January 5th, if anybody's wondering. I know what you guys are thinking. Don't worry. I've already gotten the vid. Let's see, Brian, what's going on? The trial is over for the evening. They have not been sequestered. They're going to go to Applebee's, and I'm kidding, but they're going to go someplace, and they're not being held or protected. Who knows? Tonight, we've got a Truth Will Set You Free. We got a lot of hot button topics. We're going to have Suni talk about all the different things, whether or not Suni disagrees that we are making a big deal out of Biden saying NEGRO this week. The fact that Trump attended an LGBTQ dinner. We're going to talk about all the hot button topics tonight. We'll briefly touch on the trial because we don't know much else at this point. I've seen bits and pieces. We might talk about that tonight as well. Yes, we are doing a Truth Will Set You Free at 9:00 Eastern time right here on Be the Change. Am I ever coming? I used to go to Minnesota all the time. I have a bunch of good friends in Minnesota. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully soon. I miss my mini friends. Jesse, what's going on? Jesse, I think I think tomorrow. Here's what somebody said. I forgot to say this earlier. Maybe the good part is they did not want to have a decision in the evening because obviously, bam, that would set stuff off. Maybe if there's a day, maybe if they do it in the morning and they come to something. Granted, we're hearing that 2 people are truly the holdouts in one of the directions. So they'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell everybody they're going to Applebee's for a date night. Yeah, it was absolutely absurd. So yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with Suni, why she feels that it wasn't that big of a deal and that we were much to do about nothing. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about repealing the 19th. It's gonna be the Suni show tonight. We're gonna have a fun conversation and debate. I hope you guys will tune in 9:00 Eastern time. Ooh, I'm chopping up. Weird, feed's getting chopped. Even I see it on this side. You got a sign for me to join. Yes, I'll just say sorry, Nancy. We're probably going to swear. We do. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, guys. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Hopefully see you guys tonight for Truth Will Set You Free, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Take it easy. Subscribe. And free Kyle. Free Cashley Kelly. Free Kyle. All the above. God bless. Coming up in approximately 2 hours. 2 hours till Truth will set you free.